May has officially started, so it is time to look back at the month of April and talk about everything that I picked up. So let's get started with the April 2025 haul. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Geek City. Make sure to let me know what stuff did you pick up in the month of April. Pretty decent month. A lot of this was actually given to me by my neighbor. And then some of this, it just a whole lot of variety of stuff here from random book fairs and whole lot of stuff. So let's just get straight into this and talking about some of the stuff. We have a ton of single issues in here. We're gonna go over those in a second. Let's first talk about the 5 trades that we got here, and 2 of these were given to me, and 3 of them I bought. 2 of them I bought at the book fair, and 1 of them I just bought at a comic shop. So let's start with the first one here, and this is the Unbeatable Squirrel Girl Volume 1 Squirrel Power. I know nothing about this book. This was just given to me by my neighbor. Basically, my neighbor had a ton of old comics and single issues, most of these single issues, well, a pretty decent chunk are from them, and they had 2 trades that they gave me that are older. And so yeah, I know nothing about Squirrel Girl. Didn't really have any interest or anything. I just happened to get a trade. So I guess I gotta start reading this, I guess, to give it a try. I gotta expand my knowledge and check out this book. But I've actually heard this run isn't even it's fun, so I'm sure it's not too bad. So there's that one. This is the other one they gave to me, and it's actually pretty convenient because I needed something like this. This is the Miles Morales Spider-Man Volume 1, and this is one of the older trade paperbacks. This collects Spider-Man issues. What does it collect? It doesn't say what it collects, but this was after Ultimate Spider-Man was killed. They needed a new Spider-Man in the Ultimate Universe, so Brian Michael Bendis came up with Miles Morales. So this is collecting his first couple issues. And I eventually would like to get the Omnibus or the Modern Epic Collection, because there is an Epic Collection that's going to have all of this Ultimate stuff. So maybe I'll get that. But for now, this will do. This collects. I really wish it said what it collects. But this is a really older trade, so it doesn't say. But I believe it's like 5 issues or something like that. So there's that. This next one here I bought at a book fair. And that is Moon Girl, Endangered Species. This is a ton of different tie-ins and stuff. Just random Moon Girl books. It collects only 3 issues. But I just thought, hey, why not expand my knowledge a little bit? It was like $5 at the book fair, and I was like, hey, if it's a comic book and it's cheap, why not pick it up? So got that one. This one I got at my local comic shop, and this is Paper Girls Volume 1 from Image Comics. I am trying to expand my comic knowledge and get more indie books from Dark Horse, and I love Image Comics, one of my favorite comic companies, definitely top 3, maybe number 2. But I have heard great things about this book. I believe they're making a TV show. I haven't heard anything about that in a minute, but I have heard that that's in the works. It's written by Brian K. Vaughan, and it's basically been described as kind of like Stranger Things, but still different. And it's if you're into Stranger Things, I would suggest picking it up. But don't think this is like a copy. It's about these newspaper girls who. And it takes place in the 80s, and there's all these weird mysteries, and there's it's really fun. It was a really good book, and if we ever get that TV show or whatever, I'd be excited to check that out. Final one here, I got this at the book fair for $8, and this was definitely the best one of, if not the best find this month. And this is basically because I've been needing Crisis on Infinite Earths for a long time. This is the only DC Crisis I didn't own, because I owned Final Crisis, I owned Infinite Crisis, I owned Zero Hour. I own them all except for the first one. The one that started it all, the one that relaunched the whole universe. And I've always heard, obviously, fantastic things. I am familiar with most of the story, but I've never owned a copy of it, which is crazy to me because of how important this book is. And I knew I needed to get it, and I lucked out. And at my school book fair, I got this and that Moon Girl book, and I found this. We got $8 for this comic book, and it's a pretty big one, too. It collects, all 12 issues? It's 300 pages or something like that. Let me see. I believe it says it on here. Yeah, it's 300 pages. It's pretty thick. And I'm excited to check this one out. I'm sure it'll be really good. I've heard great things about it. So those are those. So now let's look at the single issues. Alright, so here are all the single issues, and there's actually A group of these are from Dollar Tree. So let's first talk about the books that I was given by my neighbor. So let's start with those books. And these are just random comics. So let's start here. First we have Earth 2 World's End issue 3. I know nothing about this, just a random DC book. But it's from the New 52. Looks interesting, I guess. That'll be cool. And next up we got the New 52 Futures End Teen Titans issue 1. So this looks to be from one of the like alternate universes from the DC Futures End. And this one is about Teen Titans apparently. I guess this is probably a miniseries. I don't know. These are random books, but it's cool to own stuff like this. And then we got the New 52 Futures End Superboy issue 1. Again, I know nothing about this. Oh, that's kind of cool. I have not seen this show yet. I know I need to. There's that. And then we have Batman Eternal issue 9. So I believe most of these books are New 52 books. And here is, which I think I still own the trade paperback of this. I believe it's in a stack of books that I want to get rid of because like I don't know. Wasn't the biggest fan of Batman Eternal, so like I don't need it. And then next up we have, this one's actually one of my favorite ones that I got. This is Suicide Squad issue 1 from the Rebirth era. I love Suicide Squad, but I don't own a lot of Suicide Squad single issues. I know I need to get more, and this is cool. This is one step closer to that. So that's really neat. Great Jim Lee artwork. The story for the Rebirth stuff, you know, could have been better, but it's fine. And then next up we have two New 52 Futures End books. We have New 52 Futures End issue 15 and 16. I know nothing about this event. I don't know what this is about. Haven't heard about this, but I guess it looks kind of cool. And then here's issue 16. So those are all the DC books from the stuff that the neighbors gave me. This is all Marvel. So let's start here with this stack of Iron Man books. Iron Man is another character I don't own a ton of single issues for, so this is actually really cool. So first up we have 209, which I believe I actually own 2 copies of. So I'll have to check, but that's 209, 207, 206, 205, and 204. So all I need to get is 208, and then I have 20. Then if I got 208, then I would have 209, 208, 207, 206, 205, and 204. So those are all the Iron Man books. Those are pretty neat. We have Spider-Man 2099 issue 8. Pretty cool book here. We got Spider-Man issue 27. That's a nice book. This is in good condition too. This one is in really good condition. That's a nice book. And then finally here, The Amazing Spider-Man Annual 25. I believe this is collected in that Spider-Man Venom omnibus that I own. That's one of the thick annuals here. That's pretty cool. So these other single issues here, these are all stuff that I picked up. So the first batch is all stuff that I picked up at my local comic shop, and I did this on video. So first up is East of West issue 1 from the Image First reprint line. So that's cool. Then we got G.I. Joe issue 5, because you know, of course, I got to cop that book. We got Nightwing issue 119, the start of the new run from Dan Waters, and I really dug this issue, but I'm not going to buy all of the Nightwing issues. I'll just wait for the trade to come out. And then we, of course, had to get the Summer of Superman special, because, of course. So I can't wait for Superman Unlimited to come out. And the rest of these books are all books I got at Dollar Tree. I had heard that Dollar Tree was starting to sell comics. And I heard about that, and I was excited. And I didn't expect mine to have them, but so I basically just bought a couple of them. They had like 20 of them. I only bought 8, but maybe one day I'll go back there and get more. But so this is Wonder Woman issue 1 from Rebirth. By the way, these are all reprints. These are not the original copies. These are all reprints, but it's fine. So this is Wonder Woman issue 1 from Rebirth. Green Lantern Corps issue 1 from New 52. This is Green Arrow Rebirth issue 1. Nightwing Rebirth issue 1. Nightwing New 52 issue 1. Then we have Aquaman issue 1. Teen Titans Rebirth issue 1. And then The Flash Rebirth issue 1. those are all of these single issues that I got this month. I hope you guys enjoyed. Again, make sure to let me know in the comment section what exactly did you pick up this month. As I've been saying with my last couple of videos, we are getting close to being monetized. If you want to if you want to help me expand the quality of the channel and be able to buy more books, make sure to continue watching. We got to get to 1,000 subscribers, which we're really close to. I believe we're at 909 right now, so we're really close. And I have to get 4,000 watch time hours, and I believe I'm at 2,000 right now. So it might take a little bit of time, but I really believe by the end of summertime, it's possible that we could get to that point, which would be so helpful for me. But yeah, if you enjoyed, make sure to give it a like. Make sure to let me know what you picked up this month. And as always, stay geeky.